Hey everyone, jumping into the natural gas chart. Natural gas did have inventories today, and what are the inventories telling us? Inventories today came in at 87 billion versus the estimate of 78 billion. That is showing an increase in the inventory level, which implies a much less demand pull. So that is fundamentally bearish. It's so funny how the inventory levels were actually a greater than expected build when we had this manipulation weather forecast that pumped Nat Gas on the daily chart absolutely incredibly high. This is seemingly appearing to be a little bit of a short squeeze liquidity grab, and perhaps we might be looking to take Nat Gas a little bit lower based off of this natural gas inventory report today. So very bearish price action. If you look at the structure of Nat Gas intraday, you've triggered really two bearish formations. The clear and obvious one is going to be this head and shoulders formation as seen on the chart. You have broken the neckline, which your break was right around here. The downside of this intraday hourly chart pattern takes us all the way down back to this previous futures market gap up. So I am still short Nat Gas with my members. We are holding on to a little bit of a day trade. We are trying to squeeze some money out of KOLD. The interesting thing is there's been a little bit of divergence between UNG. Look at UNG, only down 1% today. It really hasn't even triggered that bearish formation. But when you look at the actual natural gas chart today, it was down over 3% in the trading session. So there's a little bit of manipulation occurring with this ETF, which I find super interesting. And I think that's setting up for a recipe for the UNG ETF to probably play some catch up to the downside. Keep your eye on Nat Gas. It has triggered bearish formations. The big area, if it loses this, then everyone can be looking for a retest of that major gap. When you see a gap on the Nat Gas chart of this magnitude, often price action likes to retrace to that area. So definitely keep that area on watch. There are some support levels that are kind of building into this area. You can see that you have your previous little gap fill, which was this candle from back in June. You also have your high pivots. There's potentially a sell program that's going to take us into this 360 area, and then we get a bounce before going lower. But right now, just be very careful that Nat Gas could be potentially putting in a weekly topping tail candle. Obviously, the week's not finished yet, but if Nat Gas were to sell off maybe a couple more percentage points, even call it 1.5% down tomorrow, that would give us a little bit of a weekly topping tail on volume for Nat Gas, which could signify a little bit more downside in the near term. Please give this video a like down below, and if you're interested to see how we're trading it, definitely check out our YouTube membership options.